Are these verses referring to the time of the Hyksos invasion, when they controlled the delta and their removal? Can Saku be the leader of the Hyksos, or is it the name of what they called the Hyksos? It can also be just nothing at all, just a story, but we won't know for sure since there really is no backup documentation, at least so far. SCL 2561, Fragment 13. Rejoice, all cities beside the waters. Be joyful, all people in the land, for great things have come to pass. Behold, the foe is scattered in confusion. They are no more. They are eaten up. Victory is with us. SCL 2562. All praise to our commanding Lord. Hail the great leader. Hail the source of power in the land. Live forever in glory. O mighty fighter, let us rest in the shade of your greatness. Let us dwell under your shadow, under the protection of your right arm. SCL 2563. You have given us that which we never thought to know again. Men sit in peace, speaking freely one with another. They walk abroad with light steps, and their heads are held high. Men look their fellow men in the eye, and there is none to jostle them. They are delivered from the shadow of fear, and confidence is renewed in them. The fortresses are no longer overflowing with fighting men, and all throughout the land no well is forbidden to the thirsty. All may drink freely where there is water. Men come and go across the wilderness carrying the burdens of trade, and no one falls upon them to plunder. Men journey peacefully along the lonely roads, and no one waylays them. To rob traders across the barren places and are unmolested. No one rises against them. SCL 2564. The bearers of messages no longer hasten about, pale of face and frightened. They no longer carry doleful tidings. They no longer bear words of fear. Their coming no longer causes the knees to tremble and the stomachs to fall. Now the messengers loiter in shady places, remaining there until the night watch calls, for there is no urgency in the words they carry. The fighting men rest, their hazardous days have gone. The bow, the sword, the spear, and the shield have been laid away in the weapon stores. Men walk freely, they talk gaily, for they are not overshadowed with fear. Neither do they tremble for fear of molestation. The faces of the border guardians are no longer haggard with sleeplessness, nor are their eyes tired and strained with watchfulness. Throughout the whole land there is content and tranquility. SCL 2565. The herds are large and sleek. They are no longer tense and restless. The flocks graze continually in their green pastures. The fowls are no longer alert and noisy, but squabble playfully, chasing one another through the dust. The voices of men are no longer hoarsened with war cries. Instead, they can be heard singing as each goes about his appointed task. The doleful wailing of women who mourn their dead is no longer heard, and widows no longer proclaim themselves. The husbandman sows contentedly, knowing that where he sows he shall also reap. He no longer doubts that he will enjoy his own harvest. SCL 2566. The face of God is once more inclined favorably towards us. Even the lesser gods look again upon the land with favor. The reign of Saku is over. He no longer overshadows the lives of men. All is well in the two lands.